speak to Alex?
I did. I went in and I commented in the live. So I did, yeah, I did.
And what, so we never answered you back, so you thought I'd go and fire a live up and get a bit of clout?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, I'm gaining all the clout.
Good.
I supported that man
sit there and paint yourself out to be
the people that he called, the people that he calls friends didn't even as much as message him and ask him if he was okay when a crime was committed against him. So if I'm pissed off, I'm gonna do it, okay? Because he sat in a box with Angie when Angie's mocked kids getting raped, mate. So you don't really have a leg to stand on, MT. I'm valid in how I feel, and I will express it in whatever way I want.
Can I
didn't Alex come to the come to the act to defend himself when the crime was committed to him? Yeah? Didn't he? Didn't he?
That's all I'm saying.
Didn't he?
Can I have a minute? Didn't he? Princess when we can sit there and call you out for all
Thanks,
kinds of babes.
Right, MT, can I respond
I'm going
to...
anyway. Mazza, if you've got anything to say to me, you've got me snap, so message me.
Right, okay, we'll talk it like that then, that's fine. To be honest...
He literally sniffs around everyone's boxes, let's be fucking real. He's in and out of people's boxes all the time. Listen, I told you if anyone has a problem with going live right now, that's absolutely fine. Don't care, it's my platform, I'll do what the fuck I want. Okay? And if me defending what's right means I'm clout chasing, then I'll have all the clout. Because it seems to me that it's not my morals that need checking. Maybe look closer to home.
The way I see it, right, is, I popped in the other day, right, and what I said to her was from the heart, okay, was from the heart. I did not like, and I don't like seeing her going through, what she's going through. I don't like it. Does that mean that I've got a forgive and forget situation here? No, absolutely not. I'm a human being, and, when things I don't like are happening, I will voice that, right? It doesn't mean to say that I'm going to go jump and sit in her box and be her best friend now. No, I don't want to be a part of that anymore, okay? No.
MT, Mazza has sat and taken all the shit that she was deserved for even being associated with Angie.
Mm-hmm.
The way I see it...
And listen, the people that are in here being like, why'd you pop off at MT? He popped off at me first. Just because he's not shouting. I'm sick of people thinking that because I'm shouting, that means I'm worse than everyone. No. If you come for me, I'm going to come for you. I've got nothing. I have nothing against MT Camtooing. I've Camtooed. That's MT's content. MT has MT with MT, right? And I've been the subject of tea with MT many times. Yes? So you've had no problem, MT, when I've been coming at Angie. It's now until you feel like I'm calling you out that all of a sudden it's an issue. So you need to keep the same energy all the way through, because I might be a bitch, I might be aggressive, and I might be loud, but at least I'm honest. I keep the same energy all the way fucking through, MT, and that's something you can't fault me for. Everyone faults me for being loud, everyone faults me for popping off, and everyone faults me for being aggressive, right? Fair enough. Understandable. But you can never say that I'm not straight to the fucking point or honest. You have, like I said, I've got no issue with your tea with MT, but I have been in your tea with MT and been the subject of when I've been coming for Angie. You've been Camtooing me and Camtooing Angie at the same time, right? And you've never turned around and said she's getting herself involved until now. Until I turned around and said to you that I'm annoyed that you went into her box. And then all of a sudden it's an issue. So why have you not said it then? Why? If you think that I'm just getting involved and I have no right to say anything about Angie or Alex or anyone else, why come to it then? Do you get what I'm saying? Are you in the box? You weren't, you didn't request, but I've invited you. And I get that, Jag. I get that tea with MTs for viewers to form their own opinions. And I get that. And I've got nothing, I don't have anything against his content. That's his content. My point is when you're watching me as your content, and I know it's not just me, you watch a lot of every drama that's on the FYP, that's what Tea with NC is. You've never had a problem when you've been watching it as your content, but because you felt like I came for you, now all of a sudden it's an issue. Is that you in the box? Yeah, there you go.
Right. Okay. So, first of all, yeah, the reason why I came in here and started shouting was because Mazza was calling me out. Okay?
Right.
Obviously, you're going to get the backlash to that, right? In respect to saying that in everyone's life and in everyone's business, that's my personal opinion, which I'm entitled to, and I do feel that
100%.
it's not something, and it's not something when you're saying that it's something that I need to address, it's not something that I feel like I need to address because you're not my friend, Kelly. Being completely honest, you're not my friend. You're not someone who we chill with. You're not someone who's in my inner circle. You're not someone who I personally need to address and have that conversation with, which is why we've never had that conversation. The reason why your lives would become tattooed is because if something's going on in your life and I'm currently doing a show, people will want to watch it and I will give them that opportunity to watch it. Oh, hold on, if you just allow me to finish, please, because I'm not going to sit there and shout and argue with you, okay? Right? Yep. So people will ask me to come to it, so I'll come to it, right? If I have an opinion on it, I'll always tell people it's a personal opinion. I don't do that on every live. And it's said from start to finish, from when we live start until we finish, it's said that it's not my opinion. You're there to form your own opinion, and I'll show you exactly what's going on, and that's up to you. And you know that yourself because you've witnessed it, right? Mm-hmm. You've witnessed it. But your issue is because I went in the box and asked Angie for the £30 that she owes me from a bet, you're saying that my morals have dropped because I'm sitting in Angie's live and I'm sitting into a comment.
I didn't say your morals dropped.
Well, that's the whole purpose of this argument now, isn't it?
Well, can I explain? Like you said, we're not friends, MT. That's why I'm more hurtful. That's why I'm more hurt from Alex, because I consider Alex a friend. Me and Alex have spoken many times away from the app. I've supported him, to get what I'm saying. We've never had that type of conversation, MT. So like you said, we may know each other on the app, but we're not friends. So I'm annoyed that you were in the box because of everything because obviously last night you said that you don't go off of what hearsay and what you consider hearsay, right? And you go off of evidence. You've seen when you've cam-toed me, which I don't have a problem with you doing. Let me make that clear. I have no problem with your content. I know it's content and I know what you're doing it. You've seen the proof, because when you've cam-toed me, I've shown the proof. So you obviously know what Angie said about my rape, right? I didn't come for Angie. Angie came for me first, and I've got every right to defend myself, right? That's my point. So I'm not sitting here angry with you like I am with Alex, because we were never friends. You've not hurt me in that way, MT. I'm annoyed at the fact that you went into the box, because me, just like you're entitled to your opinion, my opinion is why would you want to be associated with someone that thinks kids getting raped is funny and something to troll? Why would you associate with someone that thinks 17 people that are dead is okay to troll and to mock? And the fact that she's mocked disabilities, the fact that she's mocked cancer survivors, just to name a few, right? That's my opinion. That's what I'm annoyed why you went in the box. But okay. I don't want this back and forth with you, MT, because you're not the fucking main issue here. I am hurt because Alex claimed to be a friend.
I think in relation to that as well, I think in relation to that, Mazza, sorry,
I thought me and you were friends.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you, yeah. It's not really appropriate for me to have this discussion with you at the minute. I mean, it's cleared it up with Kelly because it's Kelly's live and I'll talk to her.
I was just saying, I'd
rather address you. If you've got an issue with me, it's perfectly fine. You've got me Snapchat, send me a message and I'll talk.
We'll speak later.
No, let me just address Mabel, please, because I haven't finished what I was saying to Mabel. So I get your point, what you're saying, obviously the stuff that she said, and why would you want to associate yourself with it? But I think in hindsight, you just need to ask yourself that question: how have I associated myself with it? Like, I haven't got in a box and got involved in their lives. I haven't sat there and been a cheerleader. I haven't sat there and said anything which is nice towards her. You know, as far as I'm aware, I don't know if you all know or not, but she's been trying to steal my content, which she'll admit herself. Do you know what I mean? She's been trying to come in and ask questions. It's not a purpose of. I think you need to look at the bigger picture here. I'm quite smart. I'm not stupid in what I do, people. When
you get to know?
I've been round the block many times. I know exactly how to deal with situations and what I need to do and what I don't need to do. And being completely honest, it's not really any of your position to question me on what I do. I'm an adult. I'm able to make a decision, and if I'm sitting here and defending that decision, it means that it's obviously right, isn't it? You know, fair dues. Yeah, Mabel, if you see me in a live every day and I was in a box with her and I was sitting there being all nicey like some people have, because I've watched them, you know, and it'd be sound, Mabel, yeah, being completely sound if, you know, I'd set up a day to go in there and went in there and then started questioning other people, then yeah, you probably could have an argument, but at the minute you really haven't got one because I haven't done nothing wrong. So
you're taking what I'm saying really not to heart. MT, right? You associate with who you want to associate with, right? Just like you just said, like, you're entitled to your opinion. So you obviously came in here and you shared your opinion on me, right? And you said you're entitled to that. But then when I'm telling you my opinion on you going in that box, I'm not allowed that.
No, I haven't said that you're not allowed that.
But you're literally saying I'm not allowed to question you. Firstly, I wasn't questioning you. I was stating my opinion. My opinion is, why would you want to go into a box with a woman like that?
But I think when you're giving your opinion, just give it a bit of context, because you're making out as if like I've been sat in the box 24/7 with her. So
no,
I just appreciate.
Mazza addressed you, and then when Mazza addressed you, I said, yeah, MT, I don't understand why you're sitting in a box with Angie after all the things that she said. I stated my opinion. You came in here and kicked off.
Okay, but I just appreciate it if you give it a bit of context, because you're basically implying as if I've sat in there being a mate, I went in there for 2 seconds and asked her for me 30 quid back. That's
See,
it.
this is what happens on this app quite a lot. People always say you're implying. That's how you took it, MT. And what I say is what I mean. And listen, people people come at me for being loud and aggressive. And sometimes people accuse me of being a bully because I'm so harsh. But what I say is what I mean. There is no pussyfoot. I don't pussyfoot around anything. So if I say to you, I don't understand why I'm annoyed that you were in that box after everything she said, that's how I feel. There's no arm and legs to it. There's no extenuating circumstances. It's exactly how I feel. I say exactly how I feel. I might be annoying. I might be fucking aggressive. I might shout. I might scream. And in your opinion, I might insert myself and stuff. But I'm honest. I go straight, like, I will say it straight to people's faces. And I will say it whether people agree with it or not. So I can see from the outside perspective that maybe you took it, that I was insinuating something that it wasn't. But if you've watched me, MT, I would have thought, maybe that's my own hang-up for thinking, I would have thought that you would have known that I'm straight to the point. No, so I'm not someone to like say something. Just look at
Sarah's comment there. I assumed MT was in there all the time. The way it was said, I assume that's what he means. That is exactly what I mean. The way you said it, you just implied that I've been in there all the time, and you were fuming. Why was I going getting that? Well,
I'd never intentionally applied that. So let me just say that right straight then, MT. MT's not in there all the time. When I said to MT, I was annoyed that he went into Angie's box. I was talking about today, just like 20 minutes ago. Not all the time, but I don't want to have a screaming match with you, Mother Teresa. Right? I don't want that, because, like you said, we're not friends. So you going in a box with Angie, right? Whether there's other circumstances or not, to me, morally, that's not okay. But that's my opinion, and that's on me. That's why I will never do it, right?
Okay.
You do what you need to do. It's the reason why I'm going hard on Alex right now is because Alex has fucked all of us over, because I actually considered Alex a friend, because I sat on the phone to that boy for hours on end, for days on end, when no one else was. Made sure he was eating, made sure he was okay, distracted him, opened up to him, and he shat all over us. I know, but you can't say that we don't have a right to feel like that.
No, you have a right to feel like that, but you don't. I don't really think that you should discuss that on here. Do you get me? Because that's his personal stuff. That means that you've had a conversation with him being a mate, and now you're just throwing it back in his face because you.
But I've not said word for word the conversation that we're saying, though. But I'm allowed to say that, MT, when he sat publicly and shat all over us publicly multiple times, and then he fucking, like, I'm sorry, but you're allowed to do what you do on your platform. I'm allowed to do what I do on my platform.
I'm not saying,
do you know what I'm saying?
I haven't said,
Why is it when other people call him out, right? Like, everyone in Sweet's live? Why is it when they're saying to him, you're in the wrong, I'm pissed off at this, everyone's okay, everyone does a battle on eyelids? Is it because I'm shouting?
No,
is that really what the main issue is?
It's not okay, because if you're actually watching me the other day, I said the exact same thing about all them as well. I said they're all his mates, so why are they all calling them out? Said the exact same thing about all them as well, so I've got the same energy, don't worry. I'm not sitting there saying it's not okay for what you're doing. But what I'm saying
when
is...
people came to me to warn me about Alex, he's publicly
very quick
allowed me to sit and defend him, right?
Cal,
Yeah.
Can I just say something very quick? Can you two fuckers slow down a little bit, because I don't have a translator and I'm getting confused. Okay, thanks.
Sorry. Two really strong accents. So obvious. Hello?
Anyway, MT, because you weren't well yesterday.
I'm all right, Hunch.
Okay.
I'm good.
So yeah, as I was saying, so obviously he has no problem with publicly defending him, right? Because people are publicly coming at him. And that's no issue. And that seems to be what everyone doesn't seem, for some reason, when it comes to me, everyone doesn't mind it when I'm publicly defending them. But as soon as they've done something and I publicly express that I'm annoyed at them, it's a problem. And I don't see how that's actually morally okay though, mate, MT, because if you have no problem with me coming at someone that's coming at you, then why am I not allowed to do the same to you when you do something? Do you get what I'm saying?
Can I ask, have you said the same, have you all had this conversation with Mazza?
Yes.
So you've all said to Mazza, you don't understand why she's going in there, and you've had the same conversation with
I was friends with Mazza whilst Mazza was still in Angie's boxes, and I ripped right through Mazza.
I don't mean that. I mean, you know the way you're all calling me out now for going into Angie's live earlier on?
Yeah.
Have you all called Mazza and Chloe out for going into the live the other day?
Did you not see my live?
No.
I literally said that's two-faced.
So you called both of these people out?
They got into, but the thing is, what they said in Angie's live was exactly what they've said publicly away from Angie too.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, have you called Mazza and Chloe out for going into Angie's live and said that you think obviously it's fucking two-faced?
And it was a dare though, MT.
It doesn't matter.
Yes.
It doesn't matter.
To you it doesn't matter, and I get that, right? I get that. But it was a dare, right? It was a dare for them to go in. Alex wasn't there to go in.
Can I, if I'm being discussed, can I answer?
It doesn't matter. I'm going now anyway, so I'll address you on Snapchat, Mazza. Go ahead, Kelly. Listen, we'll agree to disagree, all right?
That's fine.
I think that's the best way that we do this.
That's absolutely fine, MT.
But obviously, I'm not being disrespectful for you. I just felt that I needed to address it if it was being spoke about.
You're entitled. Listen, MT, I've always said that if anyone wants to give me a Balkan, I'll let them in and give me a Balkan, but it doesn't mean I'm going to sit here and be like, if I'm pissed off, I'm going to retaliate. You're entitled to your opinion, and I'm entitled to my opinion. But one thing I will say is no one's going to question my morals, because I know my morals are correct.
You said?
What was that drama, Banana? Right, hold on. He's gone now.
Yeah, there are people in the boxes, cows, and I can't.
Yeah, I know, sorry. I just didn't want everyone talking over him. So he was getting annoyed that people weren't letting him speak, so...
Yeah?
I don't understand.
They did, Drama Banana, they did. And this is what my point is, right? The dare was for them to go into the live. They completed that dare. It was literally a harmless dare. I'm not being funny, but everyone seems to turn a blind eye when Angie is telling people to daring her supporters to come into lives and flood the chats with orange hearts or to troll people. So, like, I don't see people giving Angie a hard time about that. It's fucking, honestly... People saying it's childish, yeah? A dare is childish, that's the fucking point. It's supposed to be harmless fun. That's the whole point of a dare. They were dared to go into the live. They went into the live, right? When they seen that Angie was at rock bottom, they didn't say anything nasty. But if they did say something, and then they're getting accused of all sorts, but if they said something nasty, they still would have been in the wrong. You can't compare Chloe and Mazza going into that live as the same as Alex being in that live. Can't.
Yeah,
Hello.
I don't know.
I got a bit of
Hello.
backache now.
Sorry for coming in earlier. I hadn't read the room. I'm really hadn't seen what was
okay.
going on, so I apologise
It's okay.
for trying to laugh and stuff.
How is everyone?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just one of them ones.
How are you feeling, Mummy B?
I'm all right. I'm obviously concerned that lots of people are feeling upset. I can see lots of stuff going on, and I'm very confused by it all. But I'm perfectly fine. Yeah, I'm watching Kelly's face right now, so that's a little bit.
Listen, Alice has publicly shat on all of us, so I will publicly express how I feel. If no one likes it, you can leave. It's literally that simple. But you cannot say that I'm not straight to the fucking point. Everyone seems to.
Well,
no
yeah,
one has a
you-
fucking.
you're
No, but
not
no one
drunk
has a
anyway.
goddamn fucking issue when I'm coming at people that they don't like. But it seems to be an issue when I'm coming at people that they do like. You can't bend your what's acceptable and your morals for whatever suits. You can't do that.
I get your point. Exactly. I do get your
Yeah,
point.
I get you
Listen.
as well.
Do you know what it is? Me and Chloe can't fucking win. We couldn't fucking win. If we went in there and we tormented the life out of that woman, we'd have got dragged across the app. We went in there and we showed compassion and we got dragged across the app. You can't fucking win. Moral of the story. Yeah? Simple as that. Can't do right for doing wrong. Simple.
Yeah.
And as somebody just pointed out, in all fairness, nobody was actually expecting her to allow you into her box.
I need to restart
No.
because they're master. Angie's getting all of her. But no one's going to say anything to Angie for doing this. But I'm in the wrong for calling Alex out. Honestly, it's quite pathetic, really. I'll be right back.
Are you being she was talking about him, and that's why he went in. No. Okay, I can tell by your face. Okay, you don't need to say
It's catching
anymore.
up to you now. How is it, Hammy? Enlighten me. How's it catching up? Do you think that because Peril and Alex is sorting stuff with Angie, that means we're all going to fall in line? I don't do what people tell me to do. I do what I want. Considering that's what everyone's problem is. I'll do what I want when I want and say what I want when I want. Okay? 100% the best of TikTok. Listen, you can all have an opinion that I'm loud, I'm fucking noisy, I'm nosy, I'm annoying, I spit at the screen, I trauma dump, I insert myself. But I'm honest. Aren't I?
Yeah.
It makes no sense because the people that are coming for me for being too honest, but then they're coming for me because I'm not being honest. You need to make up your mind, man. What one is it? What's your issue? What's your issue?
What are you on about, Andrea?
Hammy, it is okay to have an opinion, you're right. You're right. But you need to keep that same energy with everyone. Do you get what I'm saying? Opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one. That's why I said to MT, he's entitled to his opinion. But I'm entitled to my opinion. Now, I have no issues with people cam-touring. I've done it myself. I've even cam-toured for MT when his regular cam-tours have not been around. That's not an issue with me. Let me make that clear. His content is tea with MT. That's his content. That's what he does. And like he said, he does that content so that other people can have an opinion. Yes? So other people form their opinions in MT's live and sometimes in MT's box. But because I form an opinion on my box and go into people's boxes and form my opinion to them, it's an issue. That's what I'm finding hard to understand. Do you understand what I'm saying? Everyone in the comments are allowed their opinion. Everyone that jumps in MT's box, or anyone's boxes actually for matter, not just MT, because I'm not trying to single MT out, they're all entitled to their opinions, and they all air their opinions. Some may do it in the comments, some do it publicly. Yes? Yes, they do. And that's okay. And I agree that's okay. I've got nothing against that. But for all these people that say it's okay, seem to all of a sudden have a problem with me airing my opinions. What? Because I don't do it behind people's backs, and because I don't do it away from them, but because I go into the box and I air it out, my opinion to their face, that's the issue. But wouldn't it be an issue if I went live and said stuff about people and not said it to their face? Then I'd be getting called to a face, wouldn't I? So you're basically saying I can't win, aren't you? Because the only difference from me and everyone else that forms their opinion by MT's own word, that's why he does the content he does, so other people can have an opinion. The only difference between me and these other people that can have an opinion is I say straight to people. Am I making any sense?
Yeah.
I'm not saying who Alex can and cannot speak to. I'm not. But I'm going to be fucking have an issue and have a problem and air out that he's fucked all of the people that supported him through the like fucked us all over, shat on us, stabbed us all in the back.
Isn't the famous last words, it's my opinion? Well, this is Kel's opinion. And if you don't like hers or any of ours, see the little X up at the top right corner? See the little X up at the top right corner? Right corner? Right corner? Right corner? Right corner?
What's right and what's wrong for whatever situation suits you.
Because if that's the case, why was it then so wrong for Chloe and Mazza to go in the box? So, I mean, they can't come at you and say you can't have a problem with Alex, but then have a problem with Chloe and Mazza. So it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. Are you reading Comic Cafe? They're desperately.
Yeah, someone said that they tagged me or something.
Oh dear. Kelly, is this the account that you can't convert your coins?
Yes.
Guys, don't gift Kelly because she can't convert them. So it's sort of like wasting your cash because she needs to get ID to verify her account and she hasn't got the ID. And you can't turn gifts off, unfortunately, when you're live. Though they are appreciated, but she doesn't want you to waste your coins.
Where's the amazing Mazza?
It seemed like she might have had a phone call because she went pause. I don't think she dropped. I think she's
No,
done
Rachel, I will never do the weeklies. I will never do any of that gifting shit. No. No.
No, she can't convert them either. Once after a certain time on TikTok, once you
when we're saying convert, I don't keep none of the money that you send. I convert it back into coins and I gift it back out.
Yeah, but she can't even
I
do
never
that.
keep it.
It's not
I
allowing
can't
her
even
to
do
it.
that. On this main account, it's telling me I need ID, so...
Yeah, it's a new thing. And I need to research it a bit more because I'm pretty certain there is a way of doing it without ID, but I'll research it and then let her know. You can, Holly, but only not whilst you're live. Oh, we know you
Sorry.
did see his false teeth.
Sorry. My son called me, so...
Is he all right?
Yeah.
No, I'm not
Yeah.
Little Miss Nosy on Comic Cafe. No, I'm actually on there as MB Stands By You. Yeah, I'll let people know. I'll do a post or something about it once I find out exactly how to do it. I'm pretty certain as well you can do it with just a credit card as well, but I need to find out more. Poor little Miss Nosy. MT thinks that I'm you.
Anyway, it's Little Miss Noisy, not Nosy.
Oh, so it is. Sorry, that's me. I'm dyslexic.
Noisy.
Sorry. So that proves it's definitely not me. I can't even.
I'm on Comment Cafe as myself. UnstableMabel too.
I've joined as MB. What's it? Something like MB Stands By You or something like that. Hey, Sarah.
Oh. Let me explain for people to actually understand, right? Because I know there's going to be people that are like, why should all of a sudden come from Alex? I don't care if people think that I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing. Because I didn't go for Angie first, despite what people are trying to fucking spin. No. Pat made a from the heart comment before Christmas, months before Christmas, when it started, when I was live, Tam was live and I was in the box, Pat was in the box, Angie was live, and I think she had EQ in her box, Evil Queen in her box, and Tam and Evil Queen and Angie were going back and forth. They were cam to each other and going back and forth. Pat made a comment, because at the time, Pat had lost 14 people. Pat made a comment from her heart, sincerely, and said, I've lost 14 people in such a short space of time. Life is too short. Please let's not do this. Please let's not do this back and forth. Life is too short. This isn't worth it. Just, do you know what I mean? Speaking on her experience, just to get people to understand, you know, this life is too short. This isn't worth it. And then immediately, Angie laughed and said, they probably died to get away from you. And that's what she kept saying for months. Pat ignored it. Pat ignored it and ignored it and ignored it and ignored it. I came off the app for a few months because I wasn't doing good mentally. I took myself away. I came back to the app. And then I was sent a screen record from the night before. Today I came back from the app. And Angie had sat in a box with all of her cult, called Pat Black Widow, called Pat the Grim Reaper, said that all the people died or unalived themselves to get away from Pat. Pat was a murderer. They said that Pat's back must be fucking breaking because of all the coffins they have to carry. And they were all screaming, laughing.
They
Completely
even insinuated
ripping.
it was 17
And at that point,
abortions.
Pat had lost. By that point, the 14 went up to 17 people. Another 3 people had died. and amongst that, right? One being Pat's mum, by the way, and these 17 people. And they all sat there and they laughed, they mocked, and they said the most vile things about Pat. For what? Pat stayed silent for months. For months. But they dedicated a whole ass fucking life to mock Pat. Now, everyone on this earth that knows anyone, has friends, family, or care for anyone, will experience loss. And it doesn't matter how long ago they passed, you will always grieve them. All these passes were in less than a year. Or just over a year, sorry.
And 3 have been in this year.
And 3 have been in this year. Right,
One
bear in
being
mind
a
we're 3 months in.
15-year-old cousin. A 15-year-old.
Yep. And 2 were actually self-unalivings. Right? Pat already said all of this. They knew all of this. Now, losing one person's bad enough. The 17 people, one being a child and one being your mother. It's a wonder that Pat even still gets up out of bed, because I personally wouldn't be able to handle that. So while Pat's not had the chance to actually grieve correctly, she's coming on an app where she met her closest friends. And even though she's not retaliating at this point, she's getting mocked, she's getting insulted, she's getting joked.
Yeah, can we stop?
Oh,
Can we just not say anything? So, in amongst that, my brain tumour got mocked. They created a whole ass fake conversation that never happened and trying to insinuate that I had cancer, then I didn't have cancer, that I didn't have a brain tumour, that I'm lying, that I do have a brain tumour. I do have a brain tumour. I do have a brain tumour. Teaming up with Feisty and started mocking my rape at 2 years old. Continued to mock what Pat's losses. Continued to mock Mazza's abuse. And then continued to mock everything else about everyone else that she deemed that was hilarious. That's all her knuckle. So every response that she's gotten off of us has been in retaliation. That's the facts. I've never stooped to a level. Correct me, actually, do apologise. I called her a pedo in Billy's Live last week. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? I did. Yeah, I did. And I immediately held my hands up to that. I'm responsible for what comes out of my mouth. I just got sick of it. She was trying to lie and say that I called her a pedalo, and that's why she came into my box and said, I hope your brain tumour busts. She tried to blame me calling her a pedalo for what she did to Pat, but at that point in time, I hadn't called her a pedalo. So eventually, after that being her excuse, I gave her what she wanted and I called her a pedalo. That doesn't make it right, I know that, but I've held my hands up to that, have I not? Immediately in Look the Judge's Live, I held my hands up to that and I admitted it, unlike her. I've had a breakdown on live. I'm not proud of the breakdown I had. It shouldn't have been done on the app, but I came on the app that day in a good mood. In a manic, basically. And I was singing and I was dancing. Well, not dancing. I was singing to songs on my laptop and we were having a cheery live and then boom. Did you see what Angie said? They're talking about your Bruce, they're talking about your Bruce, blah, blah, blah. And I got sent evidence. And it's like I flipped. It was like the last straw for me. After months of having to watch Pat, not only her mental health dip because of the deaths, but because of that woman mocking it. Now, I don't know if everyone feels the same.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
So she wants to say that she didn't mock and stuff, right? She jumped in Kelly's box today, and I come after. God, it's so funny. Losses.
So, don't even know what I was saying there. Yeah. So after literal weeks and weeks and weeks of watching, now anyone that has had a loss in their life, no matter who it is, but feel responsible or guilty for things that you should have said, or maybe, or for not being there on time. Pat was already feeling all of that, right? Pat was already feeling to blame. So to then come on the app and get it mocked and getting that she's to blame and getting called a murderer. They were spamming my comments calling her a murderer over and over and over and over and over again. So to watch Pat go down and down and down and down and down and down. Now we spent days off of live and it didn't stop. We spent days off of live trying to stop Pat. Pat was pushed to a point. Pat, am I allowed to say this actually?
Fuck off.
Am I?
No, I'm talking to a comment. Sorry, can I just say, right, Pat is Kelly's real proper friend. She is not getting herself involved in order to have a go at somebody on TikTok. She is involved because Pat is her friend. She will defend Pat on TikTok. She will defend her on Comic Cafe. She will defend her in real fucking life, as she does all of her fucking friends. She will defend me. She will defend Mazza. She will defend everybody because she is a friend, and that is what she does as a friend. So it's not about getting herself fucking involved on shit on TikTok. It's about defending her friend who hadn't gone to Angie, hadn't sat in Angie's life, trauma dumping. Angie has picked up on something from watching Cam Tuin, our lives, and overhearing Pat, and then used that in order to mock and have a go at Pat. And Kelly is the one who's then stood up and defended her friends. So fuck off by saying that fucking Kelly is getting herself involved in situations in order to be involved in TikTok, because it isn't like that at all. Sorry.
Mazakim, what do you mean? Why did you randomly say that about Linz? What's happened?
I can hear what she's saying, and she's
What's she
vile.
saying?
And she's one of the vilest people on this app. That's what I've got to say. Listen, they're vile. I honestly, for the sake of everybody and your own mental health and your own sanity, let's just fucking leave them in the dirt. Honestly, there are
what's
things
ironic
going
to me?
on outside, off the app, in personal lives. It's just, I'm just sick of, like, as much as, like, you guys have every right to speak up and speak about, people mocking things, and, I'm not taking that away from you, but it's more of a target to get mocked now, and it's really heartbreaking. And that's my
That's so,
opinion.
but the thing is, that's showing them exactly
I
what they're
just want
like.
to say one last thing. The day that I tried to calmly speak to Angie while she was in the box here, and she mocked and laughed at me, etc., I said to the girls on a call, it won't be 2 hours before she's going to be on live grieving about her dad that she lost over a decade ago. And sure enough, it happened. If you're going to be coming here to mock me and you're going to allow her to do this stuff, you are part of the fucking problem. You're a bigger part of the problem than she is. And that's the last thing I'm going to say about it all. It truly is. Except, like I said, every one of you that mocked me in any way, shape, or form, it's going to happen to you one day, to where you're going to have a lot of losses very quickly. And my heart breaks for the other people that are going to go through it. But for you, don't forget to think about me, okay? don't forget to think about what you have
Pat, the reason
put
why
me
I'm
through.
discussing it is because I'm trying to explain why I'm so pissed off at Alex. So I'm going from the start because people seem to forget everything that Angie's done. So I'm trying to lead up to why I'm pissed off at Alex. Pat, you know what you told us about what you tried to do?
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
So because of everything that was going on, because of Pat's own guilt, which she shouldn't feel any, but because of Pat's own guilt outside of TikTok for all the losses, and then everything else on the TikTok, and getting called a murderer and getting mocked and all the vile things, Pat reached up and tried to unalive. So we didn't do that on the app. This behind the scenes when we were off for days because we had to pick Pat up from that. Okay, that's the harsh reality. So for people to say that we're doing this for clout, really, do you not think if we were doing this for clout, we would have brought this to the app sooner? No. That's the harsh reality. I'm smacking the facts straight in your face. That is the truth of it. Okay? It's a goddamn miracle that Pat's still here. So with that, Pat finally found the strength to be strong enough to come back and be fine again. Okay? And we popped up in a live, weren't talking about Angie, and she got her little trolls to come in and start. She then joined the box. And I tried to speak to her from woman to woman, because every other time I've been popping off. So I tried to change the approach, because everyone kept saying, maybe if you spoke to her and didn't shout at her, maybe she'd listen. So I tried to speak to her. Hold on, I need to change here. I'm in a lot of pain, so I have to keep moving. So I tried to speak to her. Right? I tried to speak to her. And I said to her, I'm speaking to Angela, not Duluth of Angie. I'm trying to speak to Angela. You still grieve over your father's passing, even now. And rightfully so. You'll never get over that grief. So why do you think it's acceptable to do this to Pat? Because if someone did that to you on your grief over one person, why do you think it's acceptable to do this to Pat over 17 when one of them was her mum? And her response was to laugh and say she stands by everything she said. So I've tried speaking to her like a human being. I've tried to speak to her as a woman to woman. When I had my breakdown, it shouldn't have been done on the app. I'm embarrassed that it was done on the app. But anyone that suffers mentally knows that when something triggers you to the point of no return, you can't control what happens, and I couldn't control what happened. I flipped. And I literally begged her, and I said to her, what do you want? When will you stop? She came in the box, and she laughed, said that she hopes my brain tumour bursts, and said she stands by everything she said. And that is why Luke got pissed off. I went into Luke's live because people were saying that he asked me to go in, and Luke tried to get it to stop, but she wouldn't stop it. She sat in his box and said she was going to continue. So she had been given multiple opportunities, but she will not stop. So why should we stop? We've done nothing wrong. We're the ones that are getting our trauma used against us because we're calling her out for her shitty behaviour? No. Not at all. MT's just come into my box and read me to filth because he thinks certain parts of what I'm doing is wrong. Do you hear me talking about his trauma? No, because you don't do that to someone. Even if someone's calling you out for something that you did wrong, you don't go low. You don't go low like that. You don't. No excuse. The woman has no heart. The woman has no humanity left in her. But everyone seems to fucking drop everything and miraculously forget what Angie has done when Angie starts to cry wolf, when Angie's bad mentally. But what about us? What about Pat? What about Mazza? What about everyone else that she's triggered in the comments? But is it because the little people don't matter? Is that what it is? Is it because we don't have a big following like all of yous? Is that what it is? Because we don't have a following like Luke the Judge, because we don't have a following like MT, because we don't have a following like Alex, because we don't have a following like Angie, because we don't have a following like Miss Red, does that mean that what she's doing to all of us doesn't matter? Is that what it is? Because that's what it feels like. Because not only am I here...
It is. Don't give a fuck what anybody's gonna. God Himself could come here right now and stand in front of me and say, no, it's not that. And I'd laugh. Because that's exactly what it is. When we're popping off, we're giving them the numbers and the laughs and the trolls and everything else. And yeah, we're benefiting them. We're benefiting them. As some of them are throwing certain ones of us under the bus and shit. Yeah. Yeah. Just fucking numbers.